What up, everybody? Y'all know what it is. Another episode of the Man Cave Sports Podcast. Come on through, drop that beat.
Drew on the keys on this shit now.
What's up, everybody? Y'all are now tuned into another episode of the Man Cave Sports Podcast. Y'all know what it is. I'm your host this week, Jae Jones. And you know I got the homies with me. I got Wild Card Mar. What's happening with you, homie?
And feeling good, feeling great, feeling good. Happy to be here with my bros.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you know we got Mike T, a.k.a. Coach Drip in the building. What's happening with you, big homie?
Hey man, I just as we record this, I went on another D Man K Sports Podcast Moco training camp tour. I went to another school and I had an amazing time. Hopefully you checked it out on all of our pages.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all make sure to check it out. If y'all don't know, if y'all are new to the podcast, we are hitting as many Montgomery County, Maryland high school practices, football practices as we can. And Coach Drip, myself, we've been moving around in Montgomery County. So like he said, if y'all want to check out those highlights, those interviews, make sure y'all go to our 613 Faye Production YouTube page, subscribe, like, and see all the highlights and interviews that's happening now and more to come. So check it out. So with that being said, right? So we're gonna move from high school football to some Olympic flag football talks, right? So earlier this week, flag football quarterback, Mr. Daryl Hoosh Doucette, I want to say if I pronounced his last name wrong, my apologies. He made some remarks as far as the NFL players being ambassadors of the 2028 flag football tournament that's getting ready to come. He recently said that, hey, he believes he should be the starting quarterback over like Patrick Mahomes because his IQ for the game is a lot better than Patrick Mahomes. So I'm going to go ahead and go to I see Wildcard Mar shaking his head, man. Hey man, talk to me. What's your thoughts in regards to those comments, man?
Hey, Daryl. Hey, you been hanging with Noah Lyles, ain't you? You've been hanging with Noah. Like, cause this has got Noah Lyles just crazy behavior written all over it, dog. Like, so for this part, I will give homeboy his little smidgen of credit when it comes to specifically flag football. He's on Team USA. He's been the quarterback for a minute. Cool. He might know when it comes to flag football because it's a smaller field in dynamics and different rules for NFL. Cool. He knows that. But don't sit here and try to act like that if Patrick Mahomes didn't do flag football for a week, that you would outplay him. No, bro. Like give Patrick Mahomes a week, literally, and he got your job, bro. Because did y'all see the video of him throwing?
I seen a few.
Did you see the video of him throwing, bro?
I seen some YouTube clips of him.
And this is I done seen youngins. Matter of fact, I done seen some of the females, some of the ladies who do the flag football have better throwing technique than what the hell he did.
I was definitely about to say I seen more better throws today.
Bro, for real. Like, what are we doing? Like, bro, like, stop. Like, you do know that at some point in time we was gonna get footage of your plan, right? He knew that, right? And he went out there and said that. Not only did he say it once, which is cool, I was like, all right, let homie live. But he doubled down on it and said that most outlandish stuff. Like, come on. Like, bro. But all right, so the only thing that I'm going to say in his favor, He's 32 owners, 31 to be exact, because Green Bay has they public own. 31 owners are going to look at the payrolls of these players and like, man, they ain't trying to have you hurt for no old stinking ass flag football. Man, sit down, dog. That might be the only thing to save his butt. That's it. That's it. But hey, man, you've been hanging around Noah Lyles and it shows, bro. And this is crazy, dog. Man, somebody else get this because this Daryl, you tripping, bro. I don't know what strand
So
that you chiefing, bro. Just let me know, cause I don't want none of that, dog. I don't want none of that, dog. What you sipping on? That tell me, cause I don't want to sip none of that, dog. You want some other stuff, dog, for real.
go ahead, Mike T.
Hey man, I echoed the sentiments of Wildcard Mar. I can't say nothing. Wildcard Mar had everything on point, bro. Like, I want to play devil's advocate for a second, but I'm not going to, because there's a point to be made here for his side. But the fact that he used Patrick Mahomes is like, you could have said somebody like Sam Darnold or something. You know what I'm saying, like, and nobody would have been mad. Like, we would have been like,
Maybe.
Yeah.
But you said Patrick Mahomes. So it's like, I can't even, like, because anything I say devil's advocate, it sounds like I'm defending you. And what you said is so dumb that I'm not falling on that ledge with you. It was ridiculous that you said what you said. You owe him an apology. And you owe us an apology for saying it. Like, we have to get out of this lens of, or this time period of everybody just saying stuff and opinions getting platforms. Because it's really, it's harmful.
Yeah.
It's harmful, bro. Like, Pat Mahomes probably ain't gonna care, but like, what do we teach? We were talking earlier about what are we teaching the youngins. It's like, we are teaching the youngins to be delusional. You said Pat Mahomes, bro. You ain't say Tyler Heineke or something, Taylor Heineke or he didn't even say Baker Mayfield. Like, you said Pat Mahomes, the best of the best. That's like a 3-on-3 player on the Olympics saying they better than Jordan. Oh no, not even Jordan. LeBron. Jimmy Fredette saying he's better than LeBron in 3-on-3 basketball. Like, no, Jimmy Fredette. I ain't never seen LeBron play 3-on-3 in my damn life. But I tell you one thing, I know he's better than you.
In any form of basketball, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I get that the rules and the style of play is different, right? I truly get it and understand it. But I could have seen if he was like, yeah, my speed and agility, you know what I'm saying? But this is a 3-time champion. Now, I've been talking to some people who are like, yeah, flag football, this, that, and the other. I get it. I get it. But man, it's just.
Jay, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Who are these people that said they're different?
It's people that's played like flag football, like I want to say on a high level, like professional level, like
Also, you mean like not like family members?
Nah, not family members.
Okay.
People who've actually played like.
Let me say this to you as the OG on the show. Detach yourself from them people. You're delusional.
So
whatever relationship you had with them before, get it.
Dissolve that, dog.
Dissolve that joint. The fact that they listen, everybody out there, let's take a time real quick for me to just give you the USA moment of the week. I told y'all with Noah Lyles, y'all can't keep telling us who we have to support and what we got to understand. No, some stuff just don't make sense. And this is one of them.
Hey.
Because if you were better than Patrick Mahomes in any way of playing football, you wouldn't be just playing flag football.
And not only that, but like Martin said, if these guys want to play because of their names, they're going to get that spot. Like, it's no debate. Like, who's cutting Patrick Mahomes to keep players You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how good they are, whatever the case might be, like who's gonna be like Jamar Chase? You can't play because XYZ is out there.
Right.
So,
Well, that's
but
the thing. You said it earlier, I believe. One of y'all said it earlier. The owners might not let him play, but I disagree. I think this is the 92 Dream Team, which is about to happen in 2028.
And if that's
If they want to grow the game of football, if they're really seriously about growing the game of football, now that's why I said I could play devil's advocate for the flag football players, because they're like, dog, we do this professionally.
right,
I get their point. But him shooting at who he shot at is
yeah.
That's what's like, bro. All right, man. We don't care what y'all. You know what? Stop flag football because he done messed it up for all y'all.
Yeah.
Because now how the hell we supposed to take you serious?
Yep. And with that being said, all eyes are gonna be on him because the 2024
what
flag football. Wait, hear me out. They're getting ready to compete August 27th. I believe they're gonna be competing in the for gold. They're gonna be competing.
This coach about to run the read option on them.
August, I believe their tournament starts August 27th through the 31st. So he put that target on his back.
Right.
The United States they're ranked number 1. He's got a lot of honors and he's got a lot successful moments in flag football. But now he's put a target on his back by comparing himself to Patrick Mahomes. People are gonna be watching now. He's got no choice. They have no choice but to win. He's got to look damn good doing it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell y'all, you damn Americans, I ain't got to root for him.
Ain't got to root for him. Hey, Jay, you right. But the only problem is he ain't compare himself. He said he was better.
He said he was better. Yeah, he said he was better. He said he was better. He was better at flag football.
Man, I don't give a damn if it's football at Dave and Buster's.
Tecmo Bowl, Madden Bowl, Turkey Bowl, dripping.
And his IQ was better than Patrick Mahomes. So I'm just saying, like, we're gonna be watching because when you say you better than somebody like Patrick Mahomes, and then you gotta prove it and back that up, and you gotta do that in about a week or two, we're gonna be watching. We are going to be I know I'm gonna be watching. I'm gonna be if it's on TV and it's televised, I'm definitely watching.
Man, what channel?
AJ,
I don't know. I'm gonna keep y'all posted.
I know you're driving the bus. I just need just one moment.
Daryl, do your thing.
Daryl, if you talking all this, and if they televise this game, because now you didn't got your. That's
what I'm saying.
You got your 15 minutes of fame. If you go out there and look like straight cheeks, I'm a roast you so bad on this show the following day. You bet not go out there, throw 3 interceptions and have a completion percentage under 25%. I'm a torch you, bro. You think them boys in Virginia with them tiki torches was bad? I'm a torch you bad, dog. Oh my God. I'm a torch you, dog.
Now what if it's the opposite? What if he go out there and he cook?
Well, he's supposed to do that, right?
He's better than Patrick Mahomes. He better.
I'm just saying. But I'm not saying he's gonna be better than Patrick Mahomes, of course. But I'm just saying if he goes out there and does his thing like he's supposed to do, are you gonna be like?
No, that's what he's supposed to do. The moment you say you better than Patrick Mahomes, I'm expecting Super Bowl winning caliber performance on flag football. So okay, good. That's what you're supposed to do since you put yourself in that. Come on, bro. Right. Hey, Daryl. Okay,
yeah, I gotta agree with Mar on that one.
I'm with you. All right, man. Well, we're gonna move from USA football to we're gonna move to some college football. College football is going to be starting today when we watch this, right? Before y'all tune into college football, y'all tune into our show. Oklahoma State. Now we've been talking about some interesting NIL marketing per se. Oklahoma State is doing something pretty unique as well. They're wearing QR codes on their helmets linked to NIL deals. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw this over to Mike T, Coach Drip, man. I just want to. What's your thoughts on this, man?
Nah, if you'd have told me 20 years ago that this would be happening, I'd have told you get out of my face. This is ridiculous, man. NIL, man. Dog, these kids are really getting to the bag. They making the programs put their NIL on the helmet.
On the back of
On the helmet, bruh. They about to have cyber chips as numbers coming up. You know, they player number 3. No, he's gonna have a QR code coming up on his jersey soon. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I want them to get paid, but like, yeah, man, like, like, hey, man, you can cash at me. That's pretty much what it is at this point. You putting your QR code on your helmet.
That's wild, bro.
If somebody sends you, like, you know, the techie people, like, we're sending somebody our Cash App name. They'll send them the Cash App QR code. That's where we at with this. Like, somebody's gonna zoom in on their helmet and give that Bama $100. And that's where we at with it. This is
crazy.
Whew. I
Don't
never
lose
thought
that
I'd
helmet.
see that.
Don't lose that helmet, boy. Not if you on Oklahoma State, boy. Don't lose that helmet. You might be losing money. So, wild card mark
every week.
Hey, I mean, we in 2024 now. I mean, I guess this is just the norm now. You know, we went from just having handle names to QR codes. This is crazy, dog. Hey, maybe it's just the old school in me, man. I don't even know how these QR codes even work. I know you like take the picture or you like use your camera and post it automatically pop up. But after that, man, hey, we just in different times, man. There's no way I ever thought that I would see this in my lifetime. That you got QR codes on the back of the helmet. And my thing is like, yeah, hey, unless I got a big screen TV and able to pause it, how am I gonna catch that QR code? Like, ain't no, like if I ain't got no DVR and be able to pause that joint and hopefully they in the right spot, like I don't know, man. It's different.
It's definitely different.
It's different, man. That's all I can really say, dog.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, I guess it's for the people who are at the game, but even if you're at the game, like, is the cameraman for people on the TV, are they zooming in on the star player for Oklahoma State, like, to get the like how is even if I'm at the game, like, how am I gonna get the QR code?
I know.
Are they gonna promote it on a big screen? Like,
I don't think they thought that point through. Like,
Nah, y'all not thinking it through.
yeah, I'm confused.
If I'm on Oklahoma State,
yeah,
and they on the bench, all I gotta do is just point it down and get the QR code.
oh, okay. I mean,
when they come out for warm-ups,
that must be some extra zoom on that phone, bro. What kind of phone you got, dog?
listen, I got an iPhone, but I'm saying that you can zoom in. You can zoom in.
But that's what I'm asking. I'm like, damn, that's some.
Listen,
depending on your seats, though.
Yeah.
What I didn't say was it's genius. Y'all have y'all seen it?
Yeah, I seen the
It's
picture.
not a small piece of the helmet. It's like the damn near the back of the helmet.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. So
it's on the back piece. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the back piece of the helmet. So when they running or whenever, or they just standing on the bench, just zoom your phone in, like, and you're gonna get the QR code.
I'm waiting for somebody to put that on their jerseys. Like, just replace the numbers and just.
Well, Coach Prime, he don't get the credit because other schools are doing it now, but he been told when he was at Jackson State, he had the
handles, the Twitter
social
handles,
media handles on the jersey.
Yeah. He just did it again at Colorado.
That's what I'm saying. But now other schools are doing it too. But it was a problem when Coach Prime did it. So, like, I'm telling you, this is literally, we living in an age where NIL is like Cash App.
And speaking of Coach Prime, I think he went over. They was trying to get a Saudi Arabia NIL deal.
Shut up, Jay.
I'm dead serious.
While I'm drinking stuff,
bruh. Yeah, I'm.
What I mean.
Hold on, bruh. I literally just seen that, bruh.
Wow.
Yeah, man. They went over.
Bro, imagine the hate. Imagine the hate he bring in some high Saudi money, bro, for NIL. What?
I'm gonna find it real quick.
Hey, them other schools gonna call NCAA real quick. Hey, man, I need you to go over to Colorado, find out what's going on.
Nah, they go to 2032.
Investigate.
It's gonna be like, welcome to the Oklahoma Sooners, University of Oklahoma, with the Sooners, sponsored by Disney.
Yeah, they said
Watch, I tell you.
they said a former Colorado, a former Colorado special teams coordinator, Trevor Riley, spent time in the Middle East this past holiday season trying to secure NIL funding from Saudi Arabia's public investment fund.
Yep, that just tell me
It's on the way.
welcome to Texas, the Texas Longhorns, sponsored by Walmart.
And then the University of Colorado tells sources it was not involved in Trevor Riley's effort to secure NIL money from Saudi
Of
Arabia.
course, they say that now.
Yeah.
They ain't get that money. They got that bag. They wouldn't have said that a damn thing.
Yeah, so
They said no comment.
Yeah, so NILs, man, it's crazy. Is they getting more and more creative.
The Maryland
marketing
Terps,
their-
sponsored by Arby's.
Yeah, it's crazy. Now, keeping it in college football. Wildcard, I'm gonna go to you, man. Which team has the most pressure to win a natty this year?
Ooh, I'm gonna go Clemson. And reason why I say that is because Dabo had his moment in the sun, was able to beat Nick Saban. Uh, you know, and then lately Clemson just seems like they just another college kind of football program. And I'm not saying that Dabo's job was on the line, but at some point in time, it's like, bro, hey man, what happened to all that mojo you had? That we was we was getting top recruits, we was winning natties. You know, you had Deshaun win a natty. You know, you had Trevor win a natty. We beat Saban twice. Like, damn, was that a flash in the pan a couple of times, or you real deal, bro? So I just think just because I think the pressure is on him just so that he can kind of keep the flames from flaring up on his seat. That's all.
Okay.
Because hey man, hey, these college communities, they talk, bro. They don't care if you won a couple of national championships. When was the last time with Trevor Lawrence? That was almost 5-6 years ago, bro. Like, hey,
Hey.
what have you done for me lately?
And not only that, when you get paid them bags, them
Yeah.
expectations.
Yeah, because Dabo a top 5 paid coach. So we paid you for what you did in them natties, but what you doing now, you know, at this point you should be paying some of that back. So I don't know. I just off of that factor that he needs to keep the flames from flaring up on his chair. I think that's the pressure right there.
Okay. Coach Drip.
I wanted to speak to Mars Clemson point because that was a good point. It was a very good point, Mars wanted to say. Because one of the things that hurts Clemson is you gotta remember Dabo is one of the ones that don't want him to get paid.
Mm-hmm.
He was very vocal about that.
Oh, big time. He was one of the leading mouthpiece on that. He was live.
Probably paying people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, he's one of them Nick Saban type affected ones that used to do it the right way back in the day, but they just couldn't find nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say, and this is Jay to your question, I'm gonna say the whole SEC. And the reason why I'm gonna say that is because Texas and Oklahoma is first year in the SEC this year. If one of those two teams win the SEC, financially that kind of hurts the SEC because now you can't have an excuse for not letting in Florida State and Clemson and Miami as well, because those are the rumored teams that want to get into the SEC, or the SEC might have had interest in them, or didn't. Because SEC always says we don't need nobody else; they're good. So if you add those three teams, and also we've heard about the power conferences, like they was going to do the 5 super power conferences and things of that nature. Well, we now heard that's gone from 5 to 4. So everyone is trying to create leverage to get into these big conferences. So, like if you look at Oregon State, for example, you look what happened to them. They're in the Mountain West now. That's a super step down from the Pac-12. I said the SEC, they got the most to lose. If Texas comes in there and dominates, like the pundits are saying Texas is supposed to be good, it's going to be a hard time for the Alabamas, the Georgias, and the Floridas, because Florida's been on the downslide for years too. So we'll see, man.
Okay, definitely some good teams that need to win. But I got one more. Go. I think we on the same page.
We on the same page? Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna say Ohio State.
Hey, damn, there it is. Bingo.
I'm gonna say Ohio State, and Mar, y'all both willing to jump in if I leave something out or just throw in your 2 cents. But Ryan Day, my boy.
Mm-hmm.
It's now or never.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta beat. I hate to say it, but you gotta beat Michigan because you've lost the last, I believe, 3 times to Michigan, and that community already is on pins and needles about you right now, that you cannot afford to not win an Eddie and lose to Michigan again this year. You gotta win. I don't want you to win.
Of course you don't.
I definitely don't want you to win. But the media side of me, to answer this question,
gotta win.
You gotta win, and you gotta beat Michigan.
Take it a step further, Jay. Take it a step further. Have y'all noticed? Okay, so from Urban Meyer, go to Tressel, Urban Meyer, to even Ryan Day, Ohio State stay in the top 5 recruiting classes every year. Dog, you can't beat Michigan. You can't win the Natty, and you top 5. I'm talking about, dog, look at it this year. His class is above Bama, LSU, Georgia. His class, his recruiting class.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Day stays with a top 5 recruiting class every year. And you ain't got really not too much to really show for it, bro. Dog.
I love it.
Dog. That's how you get up out of there real quick. Cause hey, Ohio State, they stay loaded with talent. What you doing with it? What you mean you can't beat Michigan?
I love it.
What you mean you can't win no natties?
I love it.
All right, keep playing. You gonna be like Urban Meyer in that bar and trying to have your hands on the flat back. You better chill. I'm just saying, you better chill, right? Come on, you better tighten up, bro.
I just think you need to beat Michigan. I don't think you need to win a national championship.
Nah, beat Michigan saves his job.
Mm-hmm.
Win a national championship gives him an extension. Dog, I'm all right. That's how they work.
In this day and age, that's where I kind of, what Jay was saying earlier, that's where I kind of like, it's different. Even with Dabo, like you were saying with Dabo might not really be on the high seat, but he is. 20 years ago, Joe Paterno ain't win no damn national championship for 30-something years. And everybody, he had a job. Like, I don't think I ever seen Penn State ever win a championship in my lifetime.
I don't think so. I don't think so neither.
I don't think we were. None of us was born yet, bro.
No, I think we probably were born, but we weren't able. We didn't know what the hell was going on. We didn't have our senses to know. They probably won in like 92 or 91 or something like that. We was getting the football, but we was more so into, you know what I'm saying? Because like, you're from Kansas City, we're from here, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how the teams are in Kansas City, but I can tell you, Maryland ain't never won nothing in my lifetime. So
that's wild.
So we've always been about the Washington team or with, the Ravens and stuff like that. So I don't remember Penn State winning not a damn thing. That man had a job for 80 years.
That's true.
But nowadays, we talking about Dabo on the high seat. He got 2 national championships.
Nah, for real.
Penn State hasn't won a national championship since 1986.
Yeah, they won.
They won in 1982 and 1986, both under Joe Paterno.
So one I was born and one I wasn't born. So the man,
I wasn't born for neither one of them.
you know what I'm saying? The man was there for 96 years and won 2 championships and ain't lose no job. Nobody,
Hey, Jay, how we keep going up, bro?
we can't say what I really want to say why he really lost his job.
Right.
Yeah, we'll leave that.
Right. That's we'll lose our monetization. But yeah, man, like this day and age is kind of filthy because like Ryan Day, we shouldn't even really talk about him getting on the hot seat because of what he took over. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with Michigan's coach. Like when Michigan's coach is taking over, all these sanctions that's about to get levied, like you got to give him a chance to build. So
Yeah.
Urban Meyer was a freaky Dan, so
Yeah. Yeah.
he left that program and yeah.
We're gonna check it out. Like I said, college football starts today. So we look forward to watching some college football and seeing what's gonna happen.
Florida State, baby.
Yeah, so we're gonna check that out.
Florida State. They got Georgia Tech, man.
No, they better not lose.
Yeah.
Where's it at?
It's the Air Lungus Classic or something like that.
Who?
No, they in Dublin, Ireland. So they go in Ireland.
That's what we doing.
Yeah, it's an international game. Yeah, I mean they've been doing it every year for like the last 3 or 4 years.
Usually it's Notre Dame.
Yeah. Normally is Notre Dame, but yeah, I don't know why they chose Florida State, Georgia Tech, but oh well.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
Nobody in Ireland know who the hell. Neither one of them.
Either one.
Yeah, no bull.
No Irish, no Notre Dame. Yeah,
and Florida State's favored by 10.5. So we shall see. Moving on to the NFL, man. Speaking about comments, there was another quarterback that was in the news that made some comments or reflected on some past coaches that he had. I'm talking about Mr. Tua. Can't never say his last name. Tua
Tagovailoa.
There we go. He recently was on the podcast and he spoke about Brian Flores. He said Brian Flores basically, said if you woke up every morning and I told you that you suck at what you did, no did he, that you don't belong, then someone comes and tells you you are not the best fit for this, how would you feel? He said Brian Flores was a terrible person. What's y'all thoughts on this on this situation? I thought the timing was kind of interesting myself, but Mike T, like, what's your thoughts on this?
Oh man, where do I start? Okay, so we kind of were talking about this earlier about how the coaches are kind of handicapped or back the reverse handicap when it comes to how they treat players than how we got treated when we were athletes as kids, or the professional athletes when we were kids growing up, how they were treated. Tua has the right to his opinion, so I can't, and I didn't go through what he went through, so I don't know what he went through, but to bury a man that's been gone from you for 2 years, that's on his second different team within the last 2 years, meaning sometimes, unfortunately, man, I just gotta say it, man, he shouldn't have said it. Not cool, man. If you feel that way, you know what I'm saying, write it in your book later. You know what I'm saying? But to put a man out there like that, it's bad. And I've never seen it really, like, even what RG3 went through, RG3 didn't say nothing while he was currently playing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of weird to me that You know what I'm saying? He's doing it to Brian Flores. I don't want to get racial or anything like that, but it's just weird to me, man. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't have did it. But then again, I never been in that position. So I don't want to just like say two is not. Put it this way, it had to have been really bad.
Mm.
And Brian Flores ain't even denied. So like it gotta be the baddest, the worst of the worst. So I can't even I gotta take back all I said. Like Tua, maybe you had the right to do it, to say it. I don't know.
I'm with you though. Like I was like, damn, like why now? You know what I'm saying? Like what fueled it? Maybe it was something when the question was asked that triggered you, or maybe you, I don't know. Maybe you wanted to wait until you got the contract to come out and say it. I don't know. Like it was just it was right before the season and things of that. Like you said, it was 2 years ago.
You call a
Mark,
person a terrible person out in training camp is like that person had to have been really bad to you. Like
yeah, like that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome, Mark. Go ahead.
So it's 2 points I really want to make on this. I'm not going to discredit what Tua is saying, because that's his experience, and I'm not going to try to discredit that because I'm not Tua and I wasn't there. So if he feels that situation wasn't mentally healthy for him, by all means, say that. Cool. One thing that I wish he didn't say was Brian Flores is a horrible person. That's probably the only thing that I'm like, yo, why would you say that? Because from all accounts of, interviews that I watched on YouTube or, different types of stuff I've seen, like horrible person and Brian Flores doesn't go hand in hand. So, I mean, like, I don't know.
play devil's advocate though.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you're calling somebody a horrible person on national TV after 2 years he ain't been your coach, the man might have been horrible. That's why I had to take back what I said too. Like, you gotta think, dog, as a man, you don't really want to ever like if somebody's like, we're all three of us are solid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if somebody do us dirty, we don't want to go out our way to make sure that everyone else knows that this person did us dirty.
Yeah.
We just deal with it.
Yeah, and keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
Yeah.
We have a breaking point too.
True.
We just ain't reach it.
Yeah.
Thankfully. If somebody calls somebody a horrible person, that gotta be like, I'm not saying it gotta be true, but I mean, you got to terrorize that person, bro.
Yeah, and that leads me to my next question. Like, because right now it just sounds like it was more verbal that Brian Flores was getting on to it. Like what's the severity of this situation to call somebody a horrible person? You know what I'm saying? Like you like for real, bro. Like let's really think about it. Like, what's
horrible is not a word you just throw out.
That's what I'm saying. Like
we said terrible, horrible, same difference.
But same difference. Like you might say that person's a bad person because you and that person got into a little altercation. Saying terrible,
that's another level, bro. That's another level of like, I just don't like you to another level to that point that you are a terrible person, bro.
You're horrible.
I'm gonna say this. I think Brian Flores, like as a coach, you gotta know your players and you gotta know what motivates them and what doesn't motivate them.
True.
And I think Brian Flores, and I'm not making an excuse for it. This is my opinion. I think he was trying to motivate Tua because some players you'll be like, oh man, man. And they'll be like, what you mean I don't belong here? And it'll get them amped to go.
Okay.
That ain't work with Tua, obviously.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It had been worse than that, though, Jay.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it was worse. It's probably because you got to remember it. He wanted Justin Herbert. He didn't want Tua.
Facts.
Like he didn't want Tua, and
he might have said
it. He probably said that. He's like, I didn't even want your ass
over and over and over and over and over for the whole team meetings.
Justin Herbert would have never thrown that. Justin Herbert would have made that throw. Like so.
And he ain't deny it.
Right. When Brian Floyd, when it was brought to his attention, he was like, "Yeah, I wish Tua success. I'm happy for him." It wasn't like he was like, "Nah, I ain't say that," or denied, the statements. Which when I seen it, I was in the barbershop and I told my barber, I was like, "Yeah, he said that shit." He definitely said that shit. How he meant it may have been different, but he definitely said that and more.
And
And
more.
and when I thought about it, I was like, "Yeah, he wanted Justin Herbert."
He did.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
he
He probably
definitely.
was talking about his being from where he from. Like we, I mean, okay, never mind. Because I want to take it away from the lawsuit. Take it back away from the lawsuit. I just said allegedly he might have said stuff about where he from. Because to say somebody's terrible
Yeah.
press conference in training camp, they're not even
Hey,
playing them.
that's what I was about to say. They're not even joint practice with him. No, not the first game of the season. No, nothing.
Like, what do you think about facing the Vikings and Brian Flores' defense to it? Well, he's the most terrible person I know. No, they don't even play them this year.
Yeah,
Oh,
that shit.
man.
That shit.
That's
That's
another
definitely
level,
wild.
bro.
Yeah, man.
That's different level of hate right there.
For real.
Definitely.
I
Definitely.
hate you.
Yeah, he definitely said something. He said that shit. I'm convinced he said that shit.
In front of everybody, too.
Oh,
Yeah. And not once, multiple times.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah. So keeping it with the quarterbacks, man. We can keep this short. Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix both were named starters. I don't think we're kind of surprised about it because neither one of them teams have like a front runner for quarterback, and they were drafted to be the starters. So I guess what's your thoughts on it? Just them being named the starter before the last preseason game, because especially Bo Nix, I didn't really, he's been balling out, but I didn't know if he would win that job right away. So, hey, Coach Drip, Mike T, man, what's your thoughts?
No, I was going to say the same thing with Bo Nix. I was surprised by that because the way I just heard Sean Payton talk about Zach Wilson was like, I thought he was going to be the starter, no brainer. But briefly, like you said, you want us to be brief. Washington, why you got to mess up another kid's life? Why couldn't he just sat?
Mm.
You got Marcus Mariota. You're not about to be, even if you do go to the playoffs, you win the division. We've seen this before in 2012. His name was Robert Griffin III. Stop rushing the process. They 76ers gave Joel Embiid 8 seasons off before they started making him play basketball. You got to trust the process, man. Now he's an Olympic gold medalist.
Hey, Tim.
Hey, yeah, go ahead. Hey, man. Go ahead, welcome, boy.
Hey, I mean, I'm not surprised that neither one of them was named started, only because, I mean, they was the best option off gate on their teams. But the only problem is that when you throw rookies out there in the NFL today's game, and I'm gonna say this: don't everybody think you got CJ Stroud. I think that's an outlier. You know what I'm saying? And look, man, it's sometimes some of these rookie quarterbacks don't come back for them because they're gonna take their bumps, they're gonna take their lumps. It's gonna be up and down season. So you're gonna have to be patient with them, and you also gonna have to start building teams around them. Hey, go look at Bryce Young, man. I don't know what's up with him. It ain't looking good for him. I mean,
Nah, not yet.
that's your prime example. What do you think is gonna happen when you throw a rookie on a bad team, bro? Like, sometimes it don't come out too good, bro. You do more damage than good, bro. I mean,
Facts.
it took Alex Smith almost 10, 11 years to finally start getting his swing when he's got with the right situation. So,
Yeah, it's gonna be.
but no, he did good in San Francisco a couple of years with Harbaugh.
I'm about to say.
But I'm saying, like, he went to another level when he got with Andy and KC.
Just remind. But it took him a while because they couldn't win in the playoffs.
He was an MVP candidate that year. That's how Colin Kaepernick got the starting position because remember Alex Smith got hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was an MVP candidate that year. So I get what you're saying, but I'm with you. I would have sat them
Mm-hmm.
both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All
And,
right.
and, and just take the losses. And because you're not a good team regardless, just take the losses. Let him like get the mental part down of knowing how to read the defenses and whatnot, get the mental part down, let it catch up with the physical part. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm
kind of
just
like Jordan Love.
yeah.
But would you say with Washington at least walk off mark? I asked this to both of y'all. Would you say that Washington has so many weapons on offense that with Jalen Daniels it's not like, it's their bad team? They just was a badly coached team, but they got weapons.
On the offensive side, for sure. I'm with you on that.
So, I'm just like for Jalen Daniels, do you think that is the reason why they kind of maybe sped him up?
Yeah, probably so. Because it's like, especially with Terry McLaurin, let's not waste the last few prime years that he got, because he probably got about 4 or 5 prime years left. Let's get him with a quarterback, get that relationship popping. And so, they brought in Austin Eckler, who's a Swiss Army knife in the backfield. Got Brian Thomas Jr. or Brian Robinson, excuse me, Brian Robinson in the backfield. So yeah, I know they traded away Dotson just a couple of days ago.
Yeah, we're gonna
But
get to
yeah,
that.
Oh yeah, well, I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, my fault.
Yeah.
But no,
It's
they
my fault because today is Saturday.
but I think there's a reason for that. I think there's a reason why they trade Dotson, but we'll talk about that later. But no, they got pieces on the offensive side where you don't need Mahomes to like take it over to the You just need Jaden Daniels to just be smart.
Yeah, and I think when you draft a quarterback that high, the expectation is that he's going to start,
Mhm.
whether it's the beginning, middle, or end of the season.
At
And
some
it's just
point in
like,
time this year, he's gonna see the field. Yeah.
and it's just like
Y'all think that's right though?
in today's I don't think it's right, but in today's NFL, it's like that's the norm. And I think that is a way to knock a quarterback's confidence down, because when you start off and you're having like Bryce Young, like he had a rough rookie season. It's not that he wasn't good, but it's what was around him. Like his offensive line was bad, and he didn't really have many weapons. So his confidence, you going into the game like, damn, I'm about to get hit about 50 times today. Like you know what I'm saying? My confidence is down because there's no progression. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm going into year 2. Okay, we got a receiver. The offensive line a little bit better, so I'm not gonna get hit 50 times. I'm gonna get hit 35 times. You know what I'm saying? Like by year 3 or year 4, we're like, okay, well, Bryce Young was a bust and he's not performing. Well, he didn't have time. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And Minnesota was about to do the same to JJ McCarthy, right? He was until he unfortunately tore his ACL. And they got Sam Darnold, who was playing pretty good with the 49ers, but they was like, nah, we starting JJ. We seen JJ threw a few bombs down the field. We want to start him. I kind of like the way that the Packers did with Jordan Love, because I think you get a chance to see how fast the game is, the process, and things like that. But everybody ain't got an Aaron Rodgers.
Bro, ask Zach Wilson how it was to just be thrown on in a starting position and on a trash team. Now I mean, he could probably help Bo Nix because he's backing him up now and try to explain to him like, bro, you just
Wilson can't help Bo Nix tie issue. Jay hit it on the.
Exactly.
Jay hit it
try to play devil's advocate, bro.
Nah, you can't. 'Cause we can't lie. We can't lie to our listeners. Jay hit it on the nail when he said that Jordan Love had Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of these situations they rush the kid in. A lot of these situations don't have Aaron Rodgers. Actually, none of them have Aaron Rodgers.
And
Like,
then Rodgers sat behind Brett Favre. So I mean,
right,
Right.
yeah, obviously
right.
Green Bay's know what they're doing when it comes
Like who the kid that Washington had last year,
Penix
Sam Howell.
Jr.
Sam Howell.
Yep.
Sam Howell had who was the veteran? His veteran.
No, he started.
No, but I'm saying, but who was his veteran?
Jacoby Brissett.
And Taylor Heineke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
a lot of these situations, like,
Yeah.
well, damn, we might as well.
Hey, Mike, our quarterback, Mahomes, he sat behind Alex Smith for a year.
Yeah. But see,
Yeah.
again, Alex Smith pedigree is
Yeah.
of like we could. That's I don't even want to go on about it. No, because I do. That's a conversation we should have in another day. Like
Yeah.
where we should talk about Alex, like the respect he should get. But we can't do that today. This podcast be too long.
But nah, it's certain QBs that are in a good situation, like Michael Penix Jr. He can learn from Kirk Cousins.
What can he learn?
He can.
You better stop that. I just told
I'm
you.
just saying. I'm just saying he got a veteran quarterback in front of him.
Ooh.
That's all I'm saying. Kirk Cousins is not bad. He ain't.
Jay.
He's mid. He's mid. And
mid.
He's not bad during the regular season. It's the primetime games.
Yeah, he's a solid mid.
But you want him to be your quarterback?
No.
Hell no.
No, especially
nobody
for
on
the
this
money that's paid.
would want him to be our quarterback.
So
and then you got Herndon Hooker with Jared Goff. So you know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, bro, chill.
Yeah. But all right, speaking of Washington, wild card mar, they did bring it up. Jahan Dotson was traded to the Eagles in a rivalry, which was kind of weird. For it was Jahan Dotson in the 5th round pick in 2025 in exchange with the Eagles for a 3rd round pick, 2 7th round picks from the 2025 draft. Tell me your thoughts about this trade. How surprised were you? You know, what do you think is going to come from this, or is there a bigger play in motion? Wildcard Mario, you mentioned that if you believe something else is going to transpire from this trade, man. What's your thoughts?
No, well, shout out for the Commanders at least getting a 3rd round back for him. The only problem with Dotson is obviously they drafted him in the 1st round, but he the most he's put up was like 500 yards. And you know, maybe like 11 touchdowns combined for the first 2 years.
Man, you on a number. You was on a number.
Yeah.
Right on target.
And so yeah, at least you got a 3rd round back for him. I mean, you know, them 7th round picks ain't gonna matter, man. It don't even matter. That was just give us a 5, we'll give you 2 7s. That's a wash. That don't mean nothing. I think what it is I think it's the bigger move to make a wide receiver spot for BA. Because I mean, the man been talking about he wanted to come. He been kicking it with his college quarterback in Jaden Daniels all offseason, man. I just think that's the play. I don't know if they get it done, but at the same time, San Francisco ain't signing them. So you know, so I think that might be the bigger play in there. So, but the only thing that did surprise me. I was kind of shocked that you sent them in division to Philly. I don't know why you want to help your division rival, like because you want to beat them. you don't think he's going to be motivated the 2 games on their schedule he's going to have circled against Washington? He was like, "Yo, bro, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, man, y'all paid, man. Just let me get this one. Fall back.
He gonna be in the slot. He's gonna be in the slot.
Yeah.
So
yeah." Dog, and he went up against that secondary all for the last 2 years. He know exactly the weaknesses of that whole secondary. Oh, I'm about to cook.
About to eat, man. Mike Z, I see you shaking your head, man. What's your thoughts on this?
There's only 2 things that can happen. It's gonna be Washington being Washington, or Washington being Washington. This is the new day. I've been here long enough to know it's Washington being Washington. You traded your 1st round pick. Meaning his potential, his ceiling, his 1st round talent to a division rival. At the least, if he cooks against you, you look like fools. So, again, man, it's either going to be Washington being Washington, it's going to be Washington being Washington. I don't see that boy about to cook. They have 317 yards in 2 games this season. He's about to cook. Now, I get it, trading him. I'm not against the trade.
Yeah.
It's just you traded him in division, not conference,
Division,
Right.
Division.
That's what makes this trade so like
Stupid.
weird. And yeah, like, and it's right before the season. Like,
Cuz about to go in that. Hey, listen. Let me tell you, bro. They run the spread offense. He about to be in the defensive meetings.
yeah, definitely.
Hey, fam.
Um,
Hey, fam. Hey, Philly about to beat the dog.
But you know why? And you know why we know this? So when Deshaun Jackson got cut by the Eagles, he went anytime that he played for us. Now he had I was a fan of the team of that time. That's right before I quit being a fan of them. He was frying them whenever he played them.
Facts.
Man, that boy about to have 427 yards in 2 games, bro.
Hey,
yeah, the
it go
revenge
up every
tour.
time, bro.
It happens all the time. Hey, whenever a player is traded and they play against that team,
Oh,
Nah,
dog.
but here's the difference. Whenever somebody
yeah,
leave here, either they win a ring and come back with a ring and then come back and dominate us, or they just go to someplace else and they just pan out to be what we thought they was about to be.
yeah.
We drafted Desmond Howard. Desmond Howard went on and didn't do nothing for us. He went on and won a Super Bowl MVP.
With the Packers, yep, crazy. Hey, and speaking of receivers, man, the receiver saga continues with another receiver that wants to be paid, man. Jamar Chase briefly came out and said, "Listen, yeah, I got 2 years left on my deal, but I want that bag. I'm seeing all my other constituents get paid. I want to get paid." Chad Ochocinco made a comment that basically said if Jamar don't get no bag, he ain't playing. So, uh, real brief, man. Just wish Mike T, man. I see you shaking your head, man. Thoughts on Jamar Chase, man?
Oh man, I don't care. I'm tired of hearing this stuff. I'm tired of hearing Bama's hold out for more money. In 5 years, Bama's gonna hold out the rookie year.
Yep.
I just scored 7 touchdowns by the 8th season, the game of the season.
I want more money.
I need more money.
Give me my money. Wild Mar, man. What you think?
Hey, man. Actually, not. I'm not mad at Jamar Chase, especially in this type of sport. I mean, I know it ain't as physical as it used to be when we was growing up watching it. But hey, man, you never know if you gonna play your last down tomorrow. So get all the bag you can. I ain't mad at it. Now Cincinnati on the other hand, like, you sure you want this dude to hold out? You want to play that game? I don't know. Uh,
2 years on the contract left. That's some damage.
hey, Zeke did the
That's
same
some
thing.
sucker-ish.
No, I feel what you're saying, Mike. But Zeke did the same thing. Jerry gave him the bread.
He's a sucker too.
I know, but
And we seen how that turned
played
out.
out. And we
Yeah,
saw how
Zeke,
that played out.
he let Zeke ass go too.
And then he brought him on back.
Brought him back.
Cheaper.
He brought him back for a lot cheaper. Dog.
A
Yeah.
lot cheaper.
Like that's the
Yeah.
thing when they be playing these games with them. Like, bro, you don't hold the leverage.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mike, you said it last week. Y'all need to have this energy when it comes to these CBAs, bro. I mean, you said it. Look,
Yeah.
I get it. You want your bread, but like, bro, you got 2 years left on your contract, so it's like
Two.
I can see both. I can see both sides of the coin. If I'm a franchise, why am I paying you 2 years before I have to? like, and if you really think about it, if I wait 2 more years, so all the wide receivers is getting paid now. So Jetta's paid, Amaron, AJ Brown, they paid. The only ones that really ain't paid is CD, right? So if I wait 2 more years, not only are you going to reset the market, you in a different bracket. They got paid already. I could put you somewhere else. So honestly, I'm looking at Jamar Chase like, yo, you kind of might want to be patient, bro. Just saying.
Again, for me, it's the timing.
Mm.
Like, bro, like you didn't say this going into the offseason. I mean, maybe he did. I don't know. I didn't see it during the offseason.
I ain't either.
You waited 2 weeks, 3 weeks before the season started to be like, yeah, I want a new deal. just interesting timing for me.
Yeah, but to be fair, Jay, I think he's kind of sticking with it because he ain't been in training camp.
Yeah, but that's
Well,
the point. You didn't say this when doing minicamp.
yeah, like you know what I'm saying. We kind of knew Brandon Ayuk
Yeah,
and CD wanted their bread, and it's just been dragging out. But
it's been known.
Jamar,
It's
I
been
mean,
known.
we heard T Higgins say he wanted his bag, but we heard about him. But Jamar, this
Yeah,
is different. And
I
I
think,
mean, I seen him on the sidelines during the Bengals and Colts last preseason games. But we shall see how that works out. Um, that's just me. Before we end it real quick, man, we got a little baseball news. I just want to ask y'all, Aaron Judge, man, all rise. He continues to make history. He's got over 45 home runs. He's been hot. And he's been making history. And before that, he hit his 300th career home run. What's your thoughts on his success on hitting 300 home runs? And two, do you think he's gonna get to 60 home runs? They got about 30 plus games left, and I think he's at 48 home runs currently. Do you think he gets to 60, man? Go ahead, Wildcard Mark. What's your thoughts on Aaron Judge and his
man.
recent?
Not only does Aaron Judge get to 60, he might get to about 65. Nah, the man's on fire right now. I mean, yeah, and probably shoe in MVP in the AL. So yeah, man, phenomenal player. Consistently does it for the Yankees, even when he's been hurt. He's a big factor when he's out the lineup. But yeah, man, great player, man. And big props to him for hitting 300 plus home runs. Yeah, he probably got about 6, 7 more years left in him, so he'll get to 600. So Hall of Famer,
Mm.
Hall of Famer.
Cool. Mike T, man.
I don't think he gets to 60 this year. I think he's gonna get to like 57
Mm.
or something like that, right below that. He definitely has the ability to it, but sometimes, during the later days of baseball, a lot of times they don't hit home runs as much towards the end of the season as they did before, toward in the middle. So we'll see. Um,
Yeah.
I'm not rooting against him to not to have it, but I don't know if he's going to get 60. But 300 is a great accomplishment. Props to Aaron Judge and yeah, man.
Yeah. Sometimes I think too when you press it, you 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 have a tendency of
Does Bryce
like not reaching it
does
if you're
Bryce have
pressing too
300?
I don't think so,
much.
bro. I don't think so, bro. Yo, you so petty, bro.
Hey, they recently lost to my Braves, so I'm excited about that. But
Um,
Um, yeah, man. So we getting ready. I just seen something. They said Tom Brady had a dunk. That's a different story. But we're gonna go ahead and end this show real quick, man. Before we leave, y'all go ahead and throw out your social medias, man. Mike T, where can they find you? Coach Drip.
Mike T 304 Twitter, Coach Drip 304 Instagram, Facebook Michael Turner 613 everywhere.
Cool. Wildcard Mar, man. Tell them where they can find you at.
and man, just going over to that Twitter page, KC Wildcard Mar, RW Sports Network, and of course, every Saturday with my bros here on 613 Faye Productions YouTube channel.
True. And y'all can find G Money. He's still with Betalytics. Just got a fresh new baseball cap from Betalytics from all the good things that he's done over there. Y'all can
Ugly
find him.
Washington Nationals hat, man.
He got the All-Star edition. G said don't judge his team, but we always do. So y'all can find him on X, Twitter, Twix, whatever. G Money Man Cave over there on Twitter. Check out all the bets and props. You know he's gonna have something cooking as we go into football season. And me, Jae Jones, on all 5 social media platforms. The Man Cave Sports Group on Facebook. And last but not least, we have the MoCo Center coming up as well. A new show dedicated to high school football in Montgomery County. Y'all definitely be on the lookout for that. It's coming soon. All of our high school players and coaches, y'all make sure, and fans, make sure y'all go ahead to subscribe over to YouTube and check out that show coming soon. But until then, we gonna shut the door on y'all asses until next week. So until then, shutting the door on y'all asses, and we out of here, you dig?